What is your annual cost of cleaning supplies? That's an interesting question, and we're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by mycleaningconnection.com, and there's a resource section in there where there are a whole bunch of books on, check this out, how to create your own cleaning supplies. So it's going to save you a boatload of money. And they're sponsoring this show because you want to know what the annual cost of cleaning supplies are. All right, here's a question that comes from a house cleaner, and her question is this.
How much do you spend on cleaning supplies in a year? I want to start my own business. If I do go the cheap route, how much would I spend in a year?
All right, so what is the annual cost of cleaning supplies? It's kind of an interesting question in the sense that it's hard to say. I don't know if you have just one employee and you have 5 houses, or if you have no employees and you have 10 houses, or if you have 30 employees and you have 300 houses. I have no idea. So the annual cost of cleaning supplies is going to scale up or down depending on how many people you have in your business and how many customers you serve. It's also going to determine, are you making any of your supplies or are you buying them all from the store ready to use? And then the next question is, are you buying ready to use products or are you buying concentrates? Because concentrates are strong, you dilute them and you put them in your spray bottles and it stretches the concentrate over a larger amount of spray bottles than if you just buy an already ready to use product off the store shelf. Because if this is a matter of figuring out how much money you need, what you may want to do is you may want to create a little reserve so that you have the opportunity of buying detergents and supplies and concentrates versus buying a ready-to-use amount. My suggestion, if you're not sure, is go to the store, do a price check at your favorite store for the products that you want to use. And this is assuming the products you want to use are at your favorite store. You could also jump on Amazon and get a good feel for what some of the prices go for. Then you could take a week or two of cleaning and find out how much supplies you're using. Now, the rule of thumb is you're going to use about a half a bottle of spray at every single house for whatever it is you're doing. An all-purpose spray, a window spray, or a glass spray, you're going to use about a half a bottle. So 1 bottle should get you through 2 houses, or maybe 2 bottles get you through 3 houses. Maybe you use a little bit more than half. It's going to determine on how you clean. How you spray, are you spraying your rag or are you spraying the surface itself? It's going to depend on your cleaning styles. So once you've determined about how much you use in a week, you can factor out the price and times that by 52 weeks. Or if you take 2 weeks of vacation, 50 weeks. Then once you have that price factored out, what you may want to do is create a budget for that amount. Now you have a game you can play with yourself. You can say, I either need this amount of money, I'm just making up a number. Let's say it's $1,000. I need $1,000 for cleaning supplies. So the $1,000 would be your budget. Now, once you have that $1,000 budget in place, if you decide to create your own cleaning supplies that are some non-toxic organic supplies for pennies on the dollar, it might only cost you, let's say, $400 for the exact same supplies that would do the same kind of job. And then that way you have an extra $600 that are in your reserves. So if you budget for $1,000, but it only costs you $400 for the supplies, that $600 savings rolls over to the following year. Then as you expand your business and you take on more accounts, instead of going for the $400, you can still budget for the $1,000. But now you have an extra $600 that's inside that reserve. And that gives you a little bit of a window to work with as you hire new people and you buy more supplies. So what do you factor in for your business? My suggestion is factor in a little bit more than you think you're going to need, because sometimes the prices on things go up and sometimes you're not available, or it's not available for you to buy the cleaning solutions or detergents that you want, and you might have to pay a little bit more in shipping to have them shipped in from somewhere else. So save a little bit more money than you think you might actually need, but budget in enough that you're able to get your job done. So that would be my suggestion, and I love the fact that you're trying to figure it out in advance so that you know how much money it's going to cost you to be in business. But the good news is this: you're not going to spend the $1,000 up front buying a year's supply of cleaning supplies. That's just not wise. Because let's say that in 5 months from now you decide to get out of the business for reasons you don't know yet. It could be that something tragic happens in your family and you're entire focus changes. And so you don't want to be stuck with a year supply because you bought them on sale, because you bought them in bulk. You want to buy a little bit as you go. And so my suggestion is start small, buy what you have today. As you have more money coming in, you can replenish those supplies. But figure out and keep track of the supplies that you spend. When you do your taxes at the year end, you'll have a really good grasp on what all of those cleaning supplies cost you. And this time next year, and this is the caveat, if everything stays the same, if you have the same number of clients, if you have the same number of employees, everything stays the same, and there's no inflation, the cleaning supplies should be about the same amount. But they could also go up a little bit. You could get new employees, you could get more houses, but you will have a good figure on how much they cost for your area for the amount of customers that you're servicing. All right, that's my 2 cents for today, and until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.